Hi everybody. I'm back. Everybody, Jeannie Young is back, and I'm back with yet another amazing recipe. I'm going to show you all how to make pork rib tips stewed. These are going to be stewed pork rib tips. This recipe is amazing. It's a lot of fun. We're going to have some fun in this kitchen, and listen here, it tastes so good. I was given this recipe from a Puerto Rican lady years and years and years ago. I never forgot how to make it, and at least once every 3 months, I have to have it. It's amazing. It's packed full of amazing flavors. Here's what you'll need to make Jeannie Young style pork rib tips stewed. Okay, so you can see that I have some amazing, beautiful rib tips here. Beautiful rib tips. And they are pork. Okay, I have some garlic, as well as I have a couple bouillon cubes. Now, these are the bouillon cubes that have the chicken and the tomato flavor. Okay, so that's what that is. You're going to need sazon, as well as red chili pepper flakes, cracked black pepper. You will need adobo. You're going to need some Hunt's tomato paste, as well as a little bit of Hunt's tomato sauce. I have sofrito, okay, sofrito that I've made a couple weeks ago. And then I have salt. We have parsley flakes. I have oregano. And I have 2 bay leaves. Okay, so I have the bay leaves, as well as a little bit of brown sugar. And I'll show you what we're going to do with this that makes this dish really interesting. And you can see that I have beautiful tri-colored peppers. Bell peppers. I have yellow, orange, red, green, and then I have a small white onion as well. On the side of this dish, you can have potato salad. Potato salad goes amazing with these stewed rib tips. Or you can do a white rice like I'm going to do today. I'm just going to make a simple white rice, and I'm going to put a little bit of Maggi pollo in my rice, and I'm going to put gandules, pigeon peas, in my rice. All right, so the first thing that I want to do, make sure that your hands are impeccably clean, and then we're going to come over to our rib tips, and I want to cut them. These are the most beautiful rib tips that you ever want to see. Look how beautiful they are. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just want to cut them in half just like so that they all are around the size like this. Okay? So we're going to do that. And next we're going to make our way over to the sink because we want to wash these. We want to wash them well. Now you can wash yours with lime juice, salt and water, or you can use apple cider vinegar like I'm going to do. I forgot to mention that you're going to need apple cider vinegar. And then you can see that in the back right there. And then right here I have the Mojo Corillo. I'm not sure if I'm saying that name right, but it's a marinade. It's a marinade that is absolutely delicious. And I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe the Haitians, they call this sour orange. Okay? This does have orange flavor in it. It has lemon flavor and a bunch of beautiful seasonings in here. It will kick up just about any meat that you put this on. It is a marinade that's absolutely beautiful. And when I make these rib tips, I always use it. Okay, so let's continue to slice down our rib tips. We'll make our way over to the sink, and we're going to cut them, or we're going to wash them, and I'll show you how easy that is. If you don't have lime juice, like I said, feel free to use the apple cider vinegar like I'm going to do, or you could do lemon juice. Okay? Just like so. Happy weekend to everyone. Is anybody doing anything special? Anything special for the weekend? I love the weekend, guys. The weekend we get lots of housework done, we get yard work done, And like, I love to clean. I absolutely adore cleaning, and I am my happiest when I'm cooking and when I'm cleaning and my house is clean. That's when I'm my happiest. It might sound crazy, but it's true. Okay everyone, we're over at the sink, and I want to start to clean our beautiful rib tips. I'm going to put a nice amount of salt on them. The salt is not going to make this salty, okay? Because this will get rinsed off. What I want to do is I want to rub the salt on the pork rib tips, and that's going to cause it's going to act like an abrasive and help to take any impurities off of the pork, okay? You just kind of rub it together, just like so. All right, you want to get everyone nice and scrubbed together with the salt. And we're going to rinse it, and then we're going to go in with apple cider vinegar. Okay? Oh, that apple cider vinegar or your lemon or your lime is going to make it nice and squeaky clean. Oh yeah, you have to wash your meat. No matter what meat it is, you always want to wash it, okay? Just like so. Hoo-wee! Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to wash my hands because I need to grab my apple cider vinegar. You never want to grab your apple cider vinegar with hands that you've just used to touch your raw meat. So wash your hands first, then you can grab your apple cider vinegar. My hands are impeccably clean. Now we can go in and put some apple cider vinegar on. It doesn't have to be apple cider. This can be regular vinegar that you decide to use. Okay? It's really up to your discretion. And rub it in. Get that vinegar all into this beautiful meat. It's going to help to tenderize your meat. It's going to give it amazing flavor and get it nice and squeaky clean. Oh yeah. All right, now we're going to rinse it. And then we're going to make our way back over to the island. We're going to chop up our veggies. And this recipe is so simple. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to eat this. Our pork is done. I'm going to wash my hands. Let's make our way over back to the island. Okay everyone, so not only did I wash my hands, but I also washed off my sink faucet and the handle, okay? Since I was handling the faucet while I was cleaning the meat, wash your faucet afterwards, okay? We're gonna take some of this beautiful marinade. We're gonna put some in. It doesn't matter how much you wanna use, but you make sure that you shake it up, okay? I'm gonna put just enough to cover it. Okay, just around about, well, looks like the whole bottle. Okay, and then I just want to submerge them deep down into our beautiful marinade. We are going to season them, but we're not going to season them right now. Don't forget that that marinade that we put on here has amazing seasoning as well. So I'm going to put this into the refrigerator for an hour and a half, all right? This is going in. You can cover it. You can keep it uncovered. Whatever you want to do, just put it at the bottom of your refrigerator. Right? When that is marinated, I'll be back. We'll come back and get our veggies cut up. Okay, everyone. So it's been an hour and a half, and our pork has had lots of time to marinate and get nice and flavorful from that beautiful marinade. Okay, so now let's chop up our veggies just like so. All right, you can chop yours up into rings. You can do small, medium pieces, whatever floats your boat. However you like yours done, then you do it that way. Okay, just like this. And I like to use the tri-color, the different colors, because it makes your dish nice and beautiful. You don't have to use all the different colors. And each different color pepper gives you a different flavor as well. If you wanted to use all green peppers or all yellow, that's fine as well. Okay? Now my sofrito, when I make it, I use the green bell peppers, I use the red bell peppers and the onions. And if you don't know how to make sofrito, check out my video for it. I show you in detail how to make it. Okay? It's very similar to Haitian épices sauce. Very, very similar. It's not the same thing though. Okay? So I'm just going to continue to chop these. I'll chop these off of camera and then I'll be back. So now I have tri-colored peppers in 2 separate bowls. At the beginning of the recipe, we're going to use half of this. At the end of the recipe, we're going to use half of the other peppers and onions, okay? So I'm just going to set this one aside as well as this one. Let's go ahead and chop up our beautiful onion that we have here. And we're going to chop it just like we chopped our bell peppers. Today is Saturday and it's beautiful outside. It's like 90 degrees outside, but it has a little bit of wind. And so it's like beautiful out there. I think I'm going to roll up my umbrella that's outside on the back. Go sit out back and get some vitamin D from the sun and enjoy the weather today. I'm going to be doing one video today. This will be the only video for today. But you all are going to enjoy this video. Absolutely you will. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this onion in with this one and half of the onion in with the other peppers. Okay, let's go ahead and chop up our garlic. You can see that I have a lot of garlic here. This one here is so big we can call that 2 cloves, okay? So I'm gonna use 3 large cloves. Like I said, we'll just say this is 2. You want a lot of garlic in this recipe. I'm just gonna give it a nice whack. When you give it a nice whack, what happens is the peeling comes off very easy. Otherwise, you'll be peeling for days trying to get that skin off, okay? So give it a whack and peel your skin off of the garlic very easily. Now we're just gonna go in and give it a nice chop, just like so. It doesn't have to be super fine. Honestly, you could slice it if you want it, dice it, however, just as long as you use the garlic. Use fresh garlic. I don't suggest using the garlic that comes in the jar. I hate that. I hate that garlic that comes in the jar. And what is the what are they keeping that garlic in? Is it like in a olive oil or something? Okay, so this here, garlic is done. All right, I'm just going to set it aside in a little ramekin, and then we're going to move on with our recipe. Okay, everyone, so now it's time to pour this beautiful marinade. I'm going to pour the marinade off. I'm not going to rinse these after I pour it off. Okay, we've poured the marinade off. Now we're going to put our oregano in, just like so. And this is a tablespoon of oregano. You want to use sazon. I'm going to use 2 packets. 2 packets is going to give you amazing, beautiful color. It's also going to give you a great taste. Absolutely it will. And then we're going to go in with our hands and we're going to mush everything all together. Get those beautiful spices going all throughout. It smells good already, right? Okay, same with this packet. All right, we're going to use some parsley flakes. The parsley flakes is not going to give you flavor. It's just going to make it nice and beautiful. And you all that are familiar with me, you know that I like everything beautiful. I like to eat with my eyes first. We're going to put some adobo in. Adobo does have salt in it, so I'm not going to put any extra salt in with this seasoning. We're going to put cracked black pepper in, and I'm going to put a nice amount in. Don't be afraid to season. Put a nice amount of cracked black pepper in. If you're that person that's afraid to season your food, then your food will be bland and it won't taste good. You have to have seasoning and flavor in order for your food to taste amazing. Okay? Now, as far as the red chili pepper flakes, you all that know me, you know that I am not a fan of hot stuff. But I'm just going to use just a little bit just to tickle the back of the throat. Not enough to burn anybody's socks off, okay? We're not trying to burn anybody up today. Just a little bit will do you. And that's all I'm going to use. Okay? I'm going to wash my hands once again since I've touched the spices. And then I'm going to go in with my hands. I'm going to massage the meat. I'm going to get all these spices, well mixed into our meat. And then we're going to let our meat set for 12 minutes. 12 minutes is going to give you that perfect time to give your meat a chance to take the chill off. I always explain in my videos, never cook your meat right out of the refrigerator, because if you do that, what can happen is you'll have dry meat. Your meat will seize up in the refrigerator. Your meat will seize up in the frying pan because it's too cold. Let that chill come off before you cook it. Okay, everyone, my hands are impeccably clean. I'm going to go right in and I'm going to massage these seasonings all over our beautiful pork rib tips, just like so. Okay? You can hear the dogs barking in the background. They probably smell this amazing food. I know that they do. This smells so good, and we haven't even got started. Okay, so we're going to let this set for 12 minutes to take some of the chill off before we start our cooking process. All right? Just like so. And it doesn't have to set. It's not going to set in the refrigerator. Let it set on the counter. Okay, everyone, so the first thing that we want to do, you can use olive oil, you can use vegetable or canola oil. I'm going to use vegetable oil, and I'm putting, you see how much I have? Not a lot, but just enough so we can put a nice sear onto our beautiful pork rib tips. Okay, you want to get that oil nice and hot before you put your pork in. I'll be back after our pan gets nice and hot. Okay, everyone, our pan is nice and hot. Let's go ahead, put your rib tips in. You should hear that sizzle. If you don't hear that sizzle, that means your oil's not hot enough. Don't put any more in, okay? Until your oil gets nice and hot and you hear that sizzle. That's with anything that you make. You always want to make sure your oil is hot enough. All right? Now, all we're looking for is a beautiful golden brown crust. We're not trying to cook these. Okay? So what I'm saying is we're not trying to fully cook them at this point. We just want to get a nice sear on both sides, and then we're going to take them out of the pan. I'm going to show you how to make an amazing, quick, and easy, simple sauce. And then these will get put back into the sauce with a lid, and then it's just going to cook. And it's going to cook and cook, and it's going to get nice and tender. Oh, my goodness. And the sauce is absolutely to die for. Do you hear me? I might have to do 2 batches because I have so much. But it's okay with me. I got all the time in the world today. Today's Saturday, and I'm dedicating my day to cooking, cleaning, and enjoying life. Absolutely I am. I thank God for this day. Yes, I do. What a beautiful, beautiful Saturday. I'm so thankful that I can share my recipes with you all. Okay, so once this starts to get nice, beautiful, and golden brown on one side, we'll flip them over, and then once that side gets brown, we'll take them out. Not trying to cook them, just to get a nice brown color on both sides. Okay, everyone, I've turned them all over. We have a beautiful golden brown, just a light golden brown sear on one side. I've turned them on the other side. We're going to take those out. We're going to cook those, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have our last bunch in. We're going to do the same as well and then take them out. You're not going to achieve a very, very dark color. And the reason why is because these pork rib tips are letting off a lot of juice. And the reason why is because we had them in a marinade. So when juice is released, it's hard to get them dark golden brown, okay? So it'll just be a light sear, all right? Okay, I'm finished turning these over on their second side. They'll be done here in a few minutes. We'll take these out. I'm going to show you how to make this amazing quick sauce. Okay, everyone, you can see that we have some flavor in our pan, a little bit of juice from the meat, and also some oil. We're going to put a little bit more oil in. We're going to start our sauce. All right? Start off with your garlic. Get that garlic nice and cooked. It does not take the garlic long to cook at all. You want to cook it until it starts to become very fragrant. And right before it turns too golden brown, right before it turns to where it's going to burn, you want to put your sofrito. Put your sofrito in there. This smells amazing right now. Oh my word. After we get our sofrito in, we're going to take one of those bowls of the onions and the bell peppers, and we're going to put that in as well. Oh, look at this. Okay, our garlic is starting to turn. We're going to put 4 tablespoons of sofrito right into your pan. That's where your flavor is going to come from as well. This is going to make for an amazing rib tip. You have to cook your sofrito. Anytime you cook with it, anytime you use it, you want to cook it, okay? Because it's just nothing but veggies. You want to get those veggies cooked up, and it makes it taste better. Oh, yeah, and your sofrito will start to turn a little deeper in color. Okay? Now, I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. There's 1. There's 2. Okay? That's all you need. It's going to make it amazing. Oh, it's going to make this amazing. Now, some people, they will take the brown sugar, if you wanted to. Take that brown sugar and put it in your pan right before you give your ribs a sear. Let your ribs sear in that brown sugar. Okay? It'll make for an amazing flavor. Now, I want to turn this down a little, and we're going to put our onions and our bell peppers in just like so. All right? We're going to work this around a little bit until our onions start to turn translucent. And what translucent is where your onions start to turn clear in color. Okay, so now we're going to put our bouillon cube in, tomato and chicken flavored bouillon. We're going to use 1.5. It's going to give you amazing flavor. Trust me when I tell you this. Okay, 1.5 going right in. And don't worry if you can't get it all mashed up, because it will mash during the cooking process. I put the bay leaves in. We're going to put tomato paste. Using tomato paste, we're going to use just a little over half of this can, and this is a 12-ounce can. All right? Just a little over. Hunt's tomato paste is going to give you an amazing sauce. Yes, it will. Oh, yeah. So we're going to get this well combined with your veggies, that oil and that garlic. Okay? Make sure your veggies, make sure this Hunt's tomato paste breaks down. Okay? Okay, we're going to put in 4 ounces of Hunt's tomato sauce. If you don't want to use tomato sauce, feel free to use a vegetable or a chicken broth. All right? We're going to mix that in just like so. And here is your sauce. Oh my word. Okay, everyone, I let our sauce cook for half an hour, and now we're going to put our rib tips right down in to your sauce. Okay? And then we're going to cover this up. I'm going to cover mine up with foil because I don't have a lid for this. You don't have to worry about overpacking this. It's okay. the pan is big enough. Just make sure you get them all in there. And if you have any amazing juice, like I do in here, just pour that right in as well. Now, here's where it's going to start to stew. Okay? Oh my goodness. And listen here. You are in for a treat. You don't have to go ahead and mix it right now. Let's just get it cooking. Let's turn this on a medium heat. We're going to cover it with aluminum foil, and we're going to make sure that foil is on nice and tight. And we're going to let this cook for an hour. After an hour, I'm going to come back and I'll show you what it's looking like. Now, one thing that this foil or your lid is going to do, and the ribs, is going to create some water in your pan. And you want that because you want your sauce to be thinned out, okay, a little bit more than what it is. And that will naturally happen. If you feel like your sauce isn't thin enough, then put a little bit of vegetable oil in, or not vegetable oil, vegetable stock or any kind of stock or water, okay? Let it go for an hour. I'll be back after an hour. Okay, everyone, it's been a half an hour, and you can see that my sauce has loosened up a little bit, and that's what you want. Now, what I decided to do, I went ahead and put a half a cup of warm water in to thin my sauce up. And like I said, your ribs will cause for your sauce to loosen up, as well as once you put your lid on, because steam will form. But I just wanted mine a little bit thinner, so you can do that with broth or water. And now this is turned on to low, and I'm going to continue to cook it for another hour with the lid on. I have my rice boiling as well. Look at it, guys. Just let it stew. Let it keep cooking on a low, 1 hour and a half. And listen here, if you wanted it to cook longer, by all means you can. And these bad boys are going to be nice and tender and flavorful, and they're going to fall off the bones. And these are going to be one of the most beautiful ribs that you've ever had. Trust me when I tell you this. I have beautiful rice with gandules. Amazing, nice and fluffy. Okay, everyone, only have 15 minutes left. So now what I like to do, because the other vegetables that we put in earlier, they just kind of disintegrated into flavorland. These ones here, you're going to be able to bite down into them and see them. And we want to keep them nice and vibrant to make your dish nice and beautiful. So I'm just going to put them on the top. You know, you can push some in, that's fine. You want them to cook just for maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and your dish is done. This right here is Gina Young style stewed pork rib tips. These rib tips, oh my goodness. You have to try them. You have to try them. All right, so we're just gonna let those go here in a few minutes. We'll come back. We're gonna give these a try. Lord, I thank you for this beautiful meal. May it nourish our body, our minds, and our souls. I thank you for feeding us every day, the roof and the love that you give us daily. Amen. Oh, look at this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my mouth is watering. I cannot wait. 5 more minutes, we'll make our plate up. Oh, look at this. Look at that, Mommy. Oh. You better make you some. Better make you some. Let's make a plate. Amen. If I didn't already say amen to my beautiful prayer. Let's plate this up. Stewed pork ribs. Y'all never had these before? You have to try them. Look at this. Amazing. It's so flavorful. The sauce is outrageous. And that meat right there is nice and tender. Oh, like I said, when you eat this with a nice bed of rice like I did, or cold potato salad. Matches perfectly with these. Let's dig in. Ooh, look at that. I'm going in for this one right here. Taste that, bite it, and let me know what you think about this. Oh my word. Hurry up because I'm ready to go in. I cannot wait any longer. I'm going in. Can't take it. It may be hot, but I don't care. Oh my goodness. Oh. So tender, so flavorful, amazing. Mmm. 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 That meat slide right off the bone. Mmm. 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 Make sure y'all click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload. Make sure to subscribe. Tell your family and friends all about Gina Young and what I'm doing in this kitchen on a daily basis. Look at that. One more bite, guys. And I'm going to sit down and I'm going to enjoy my ribs. Mmm. 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 As always, God bless you all. Good night.